Cardboard has many good uses and inherent qualities, used in many shapes and sizes, forming part of our lives often unnoticed and definitely taken for granted. Useful for keeping stuff that we might someday need or not. Part of so many things that we buy, used for transporting big things and little things, strong, flexible and inexpensive. One thing, however, that it is not is waterproof. Once in contact with water, it has the single mission of degenerating into an unusable mush. Why then do some people insist on shaping it into the one thing that you shouldn't? A boat. Cardboard boats of all shapes, colours and sizes. Over the last decade, almost every year in the summer, groups of perfectly normal citizens have the urge to defy the laws of physics and of common sense and participate in the bizarre ritual known as the William Tilley Ocean Village Boat Race. As is customary, all participants met up at casemates for registration, to impress each other, and of course for preliminary judging. There's also an indication of the reason for the display. Members of the RAOB's William Tilley Lodge are collecting money. Not for maritime insurance purposes, but for charity. Although a strange way of going about it, the whole enterprise goes towards raising money for various sports associations for junior development, and of course to the GBC Open Day Fund. Now, it begins to make sense.
It started off way back in 1918. It was started by service personnel who were stationed here. The RAOB is something that's all over the UK, so it was inevitable that at some point it would start up in Gibraltar. There's plenty of history behind it. Originally it was a fraternal organisation, brothers having fun together, but also supporting each other when they're on hard times. And from that it branched out into doing fundraising events and helping local charities of the area where the different lodges were set up. The boat race started around 10 years ago. Originally it was a purely lodge affair, and it was run from the Eastern Beach. That happened for a number of years and was quite successful. For several reasons it stopped happening for 1 or 2 years, and then we were contacted by Ocean Village, who wanted to revive it and move it here to Ocean Village, and they offered to start sponsoring and help with promotion, etc. So we were delighted with that.
I thought it was a shame, and it was a good charity event, used to raise good money for charity. So I spoke with the RAOB and I spoke with Mr. Greg Butcher of Ocean Village just as he was opening up in 2008. And thought I could get a partnership going to get the event restarted again. So in 2008 we started doing it again in partnership, Ocean Village and the RAOB.
Every year varies. Some years are more successful than others fund-wise, but certainly, like I say, it's for charities, so any money you raise is good. But certainly we do get quite a good boost for the funds from this. And at the same time it's a fun day out for everyone, and everyone seems to enjoy it, and more teams get involved every year.
People turn up for different reasons. We got families, we got businesses that take part. Some do it for fun, to raise money for charity. Some do it as a get-together, as a team-building exercise for staff. Some take it very seriously and are very competitive.
But far from being a sensible adventure, the boats were then carried to Ocean Village Marina for the pinnacle of maritime adventures. But is there any method to this madness? Any rules and regulations?
We do have scrutineers that check that the boats are built within the rules, and most people tend to stick to the spirit of the rules, if maybe 1 or 2 technical breaches. But they're quite simple, the rules. The boats have to be made of cardboard. They can't have any plastic covering, etc. They can have sellotape to bind the bits of the boat together, and they can have a coat of paint. And as long as people are generally keeping with the spirit of the rules, and it's a fun day out, so we can't be too harsh on anyone either.
We've had large vessels like the Ghostbusters estate car was done. We've had Scooby-Doo, had dragons. We had one year where nearly we didn't have any finishers because it nearly all sunk, so we were worried who to present the trophies to, but luckily we managed to have some winners.
Given past performances, the organisers have felt it fitting to provide a special prize, or more correctly, an inevitable prize. The Titanic trophy for the most graceful sinking.
Most people do end up sinking, so that's quite a hard one to judge. And it just goes to see who does the most dramatic sinking. No icebergs here, but they still manage to sink.
Newcomers to the race this year are a team from the Royal Gibraltar Yacht Club, naturals in watermanship skills, you may think. Without wanting to preempt anything, I asked how the planning process had gone.
We started off with like a catamaran, I went to a trimaran, and then I went to a bird, and then I went to a swan, and then I went to a panda, and then we just said, okay, now we do red arrow.
So it's a red arrow because it just looked like a red arrow, or you thought it would become a red arrow?
Yeah, before
we just had the hull, and so we just wanted to decorate the hull, and I can't actually remember who came up with the idea, but we just thought, well, let's do what we can, let's decorate the hull we've got, which looks quite sturdy, and then just work from there. So.
Okay. And who's the engineer behind the design?
It's pretty much a team effort, and I think we all put a bit of input in, and then it was like a minor effort.
Alex, any special ingredients to this? Any secret weapon?
Well, we have a secret weapon, which is right now cut with a bucket of paint, but if all else fails, we're going to deploy this so we can hopefully win the race.
So you hope to sail this red arrow, do you?
Yeah, we hope to sail it back after the race as well.
Yeah?
Yeah, if it doesn't sink.
And you think it's not going to sink?
I hope not.
No?
I don't know if...
Half. Some of us say yeah, some of us say no.
But it looks pretty strong. It's pretty strong, this thing, so there's lots of layers of cardboard.
Yeah, but all the cardboard's got holes in it. Why does it...
It's got holes in it, yeah, because of the boxes. The boxes actually have holes in them. We tried to, basically, we were hoping that all the layers it'll stop it from the water from going through, so.
How do you rate your chances of finishing at least?
10. We will finish, definitely. We will finish.
It's a friend we had who's Canadian. She came like last year, and we just thought it'd be funny to put it on the back of the boat. But maybe it's a bit immature. But.
No, but it's too late. We've already got that recorded.
Oh,
Right. It's gone. Is this too embarrassing? Or?
Yeah, it's pretty embarrassing.
Two lovebirds in the sailing, in our sailing school, and we decided to put them on.
What, dedicate the construction of the boat to
them, yeah.
But neither of them are here.
But neither are here, yeah, sadly. One of them is Canadian, hence the name Moose.
This is our first time racing. I thought as a yacht club, as we have, boating experience, we should, try it out.
I suppose there's a level of expectation being a yacht club entering a race like this. You should get away with the prize, no problem.
Well, we should necessarily, but we hear O'Reilly's have quite a strong team themselves. Hopefully we'll beat them this year. And what was it, 3 years that they've been winning?
That's right.
Hopefully we'll manage to break that.
So what is so special about the O'Reilly's design? All attempts at gleaning information from Dennis the designer came to nothing. In a secret location not far from his home at Elliott's Battery, a simple but threatening craft is taking shape in his back patio. Following meticulous plans, Dennis speaks not a word, worried that any comment might undermine his attempt at a fourth win in a row. All the more important when arch rivals, the Dolphin Adventure Team, are hard at work in another secret location at the northeastern corner of Marina Bay Car Park. Their great challenge, of course, is not only to beat O'Reilly's, but to live up to their international reputation gained from being stars of UK TV in the Channel 5 series Gibraltar, Britain in the Sun. How does that weigh on Tony's shoulders?
Well, I'd like to think that what I would be remembered for was my efforts for tourism and dolphin watching, but all I seem to be noticed for is being pushed in the marina by one of our competitors on Saturday, funny enough. But no, I think it's done, the UK TV stuff, I think it's done Gibraltar a world of good. Surely, certainly for our business, it's boosted internet sales, no end. But I think anything like that for Gibraltar that portrays Gibraltar in a positive light is a good thing.
How many days' work involved in this creation?
Well, this vision we have of our cardboard boat this year is very similar to the design we had last year, and we're hoping it's going to last a little bit longer, and maybe even possibly win.
Have you ever finished a race with your boat?
Yeah, last year we came third. The time we did it before, it was a little bit of a disaster. Capsized at the start, so.
Didn't get very far?
No, not very far at all. About a foot away from the quay.
Have you improved your design since then?
Yes, yeah, it's a much more stable design. The other one was a little bit too unstable, but a flat bottom is the way forward, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Tony, a flat bottom is the science behind this?
I'm not sure how much science there is behind it, but yeah, last year it was the best result we'd had so far. But what Shane didn't tell you is that we actually got beaten by a boat that was half sunk last year, which was a bit demoralising. But I think the main thing, there's a lot of people take it seriously, but it's just a bit of a laugh. There's one boat in particular that we like to try and beat, who's won it for the last 3 years. I'm not too sure if that's going to happen. But I think as long as the crowd get a good laugh down there and we make fools of ourselves, it's just what's going to happen.
You think you'll make a fool of yourself this year, Shane?
Probably.
What's this space age material they're using?
This is duct tape.
Nothing more, nothing less.
And I don't know if you can say it, on Mythbusters they made a cannon out of this and it actually fired. So it's good stuff. I think everybody's using a few rolls of this year.
Well, not being funny, but what's that got to do with a cardboard boat?
What, a cannon?
Yeah.
Well, it's quite solid, isn't it?
Yeah, we can mount one on the front.
Oh,
that'd be an idea.
there's
Let's
an idea.
mount one on the front, blast the competition out of the water.
Also hard at work has been the 1.5 women team, Sandra and Jordan. Although closely related to one of the organisers, it seems hard to believe that they might be taking any advantage of their insider knowledge. Whatever it is, it's very yellow and pretends to be a rather fruity sort of boat.
Well, it's going to be a big banana boat because we're going to have minions in it, and the minions have a banana song, which I'm not going to give you a rendition of, but you'll hear it on the day.
All yellow, yeah?
Well, it's going to have some embellishments of banana colours, a bit of brown and that on it.
So it's going to be ripe on the day?
It's going to be ripe on the day, yes, and it's going to float.
Jordan, how's it going?
Good.
So you've been in charge with the painting of the ship?
Yep.
Enjoying it?
Yep. My husband organises this event, so we've had our arms severely twisted every year to provide something. Our first year was a raft that never left the shore, and won the last boat home with my son in it, who just floated round in about 2 metres of water for about half an hour. So we're hoping to do a bit further than that this time.
So you're getting some inside information regarding how to...
Everything we can, everything we can. Every little helps.
So who are these girls here? Are they your cheer squad, your cheering squad? They seem to be, yeah, they seem to be quite jolly. Especially when you talk to camera. Is the pool some sort of, are you going to do a test run?
I don't think so. I don't think so. We don't want to get it wet because then it'll be heavy to carry down to casemates. So this is the mortise joint here, very, very technical. Nothing but the best. But we've got a good day for drying, so hopefully we'll get a couple of coats on this now. And it'll dry really quickly. But we won't lose it in casemates, that's for sure. Go Minions!
For the last 2 years we've won the Titanic award. That award is for the most gracious sinking, and hopefully this year we do not want to win this trophy. We want to win the race.
And how do you think you're going to do this?
Well, this year we're using a new material. On my right we have a handle with care to not cut with a knife. This special card. Adrian, can you start, please?
And Adrian is what, one of your...
Adrian is one of my engineers. Okay. Yes, and he's a very good engineer, as you can see.
It's looking hopeful then?
Yes, it's looking hopeful, plus this special material will be the design for a canoe. Although we will have to talk with our naval architect, Ulrich, he's Scottish, and he will show you the blueprints of our boat that we're going to start making.
Ulrich?
Hello, yes, this is our blueprint here. As you can see, we have the side view and the bird's eye view. Very basic, very simple, and I'm sure our engineers will handle it.
You're hopeful that it'll work?
Of course it's going to work. The companies are fully behind this. Of course it'll work.
My next step will be to get all these materials and put it on one of our tugs. It's a better place to work with. Thanks to all my team, or part of my team, as there's a few missing that are working on the night shift. I feel very comfortable, and with the support of James Molinari with all the materials, that we are going to have a winning boat. And if not, we'll have the Titanic awards, that's for sure. Okay, so Ulrich, do you think this length is enough as our naval architect?
I would think a little bit shorter, you know.
A little bit shorter, okay. So is that all right?
Yeah, I would think so.
Okay, so my engineer, can you mark the area, please? And we're now going to lift. Come on, everybody together. This is a very hard work. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, can we have a bit of a special bond?
With that,
yeah, he's Scottish, he's a bit
That's
tight on material.
It's the Scottish naval architect.
All right, 1, 2, 3, down on the head. Oh, sorry. All right, kids, on top, sit down there. You've got to sit there for 3 hours. Come on, sit. That's your job for 3 hours. Okay, that's it.
From wishful engineering to industrial strength design, secretly out in the open, JP Haulage are going for the bigger is better concept, with much planning and no less than how many boxes?
This boat is made up from about 5 boxes. There's 3 different sections. The little fast one in the middle for direction. Me and Jason as power, and Jock bringing up the rear.
I am the rear admiral, Jock.
Ready for casemates at 10:30 on Saturday morning for the judging.
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock for the judging. Yeah, but if we tell them 10:30, they'll be late. We'll win.
Right, we need another rock for here. Reload. We've run into a slight problem, Steve.
What have you done?
That'll be fine.
We'll just cover it up and nobody will know.
It's the bottom of the boat.
No, we'll be alright. We'll be alright. We'll cover that up and nobody will know. Just to let you know, at this time of year, do not leave any cardboard anywhere. We've already had 2 boxes stolen at the start of the week.
We're off to pick up some supplies for the team. Egg and bacon rolls all round. Refreshments are here. Only the healthy option with JP Haulage. Bacon rolls and Coca-Cola. This is our secret technology. This is our little black box recorder. It's going to tell us everything that went right with the boat and everything that went wrong with the boat. So we can get all the data for next year's boat race. So we're ready.
Alright, Chuck, are you ready to install the secret data recorder?
Yep, all ready, mate. Put it a bit higher. Black box installed and ready for race. Rome wasn't built in a day, and nor was our boat, so we'll be ready for next Saturday at the cardboard boat race.
Well, they seem ready. The only way then is up, I suppose. Or not. And so the time of reckoning arrived. With the junior race about to start, there was much expectation and perhaps misplaced faith.
On your mark, ladies and gents. And they're off. And it looks like O'Reilly's again are way in the lead. The Titanic's not going badly. Looks like the Titanic is around his knee. Oh dear. Cheerleading. I think they've done absolutely. That is apart from O'Reilly's, of course, which is...
All that excitement and damp cardboard did little to dampen any enthusiasm. With the greatest of audacity, some boats were used for a second time, including HMS Bubbles, the title defender and the most reviled rival.
Volkswagen's going very well. It looks like the Life of Pi is going. Not quite. There's a guy in the middle of the sea with a camera, ladies and gents. Yes, never mind. Hello, we've had a couple of sinkings, but the Life of Pi is still going. The teddy bear's nearly gone, keep it up in there. Looks like the RAF's gone over. O'Reilly's are wrangling the boy. JP all in for lead.
Piece of cake, piece of cake.
Look at this now. I think they should go around twice, don't you? If you agree with me, give them a good shake round twice. We've got some good safety. He's got an octopus back of his head. Here we go, the Jolly Boys on. Where do you want it? Have you got underwater cover, boys? Come on, Play the reef! Play the reef! Play the reef! Right, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. JP all in for the skip. Look at this, look. Colour that boat, boys. Friends, Romans and countrymen. And that's your step. And how did the Volkswagen done well through? On the front, I think it's done immensely well. Just like this. Oh, look at this, ladies and gentlemen, rounding the big yacht. We've the Dolly girls. Dolly girls, yeah, they're obviously when they're used to motorbikes. We've got the RAF son. And we still got this gentleman from BBC spinning around with his camera, ladies and gentlemen. All the sinkings out the other side, you can't see much over on the side. But I think they all
after such madness and frivolity, the public and participants, who were by now at various levels of humidity, decided that all had a great time. So what did the hosts, Ocean Village, have to say about the grand event? How did it go?
It went brilliantly. It's always a great event. It's one of my favourite events that we have down here. And again, we had a great response. We had lots of people coming in, even though it was the last minute, but everyone seemed to enjoy themselves. Could do with a little bit more space, but next year we'll have more space to be able to hold the event. And hopefully next year we'll get even more boats. Well organised by the William Tilley Lodge. And we had lots of donations from various restaurants and bars and shops in Ocean Village. So from our point of view, it was brilliant.